What's up, family, friends, and foes? It's your girl, Philly Cigar, Jawn.
And your guy, Chief, bringing you another episode of Sticks, Brims, and Stilettos. And you know what time it is, so grab your glasses and your sticks, and let's get ready to smoke another hot topic. Welcome back, family, to another show. We got a special show for you this evening as well. Philly, how you doing?
I am feeling fantastic. What about you, Chief?
Oh, I listen. I'm excited about the show. I'm excited about the feedback. I'm excited about the number of growing subscribers that we had, as well as on our social media platform.
Yeah.
We thank you. We're growing slow but steady,
That's
right? And so we appreciate you supporting Sticks, Brims, and Stilettos. More importantly, I really appreciate the feedback we've been getting on what we've asked for.
Absolutely.
Show and content ideas. And it's based on some of that show and content ideas that
Smoke it or choke it.
That's right. Smoke it or choke it. Crazy story time.
Crazy. Absolutely. People send us clips and we run them. So for those of you who don't know where else to find us outside of YouTube, we have a Facebook group, Sticks, Brims, and Stilettos. We are also on IG, Sticks, Brims, and Stilettos, and as well as TikTok. So make sure you follow us on those platforms as well. And if you have not subscribed yet on YouTube, what you waiting for? Click that subscribe button.
That's right.
Right now.
Join in the fun.
Absolutely.
And bring your ideas for the content, because this is a family.
Yes.
Sticks, Brims, and Stilettos is a family. And as we've always said, we're going to cover all kinds of topics, which brings us to a topic tonight, Philly, that's up your alley.
Ooh, is that right?
Yeah.
What topic is that?
And we have a special guest.
But hold tight.
Yeah.
Before we go to our guest,
All right.
I think we should do something first.
What should we do, Philly?
I think it's time for crazy story time.
Okay, let's get into crazy story time, right?
Yeah.
So
this one is crazy.
Yeah,
this one is wild.
Yeah, this is real wild and crazy. So why don't you take us there, Philly?
Yeah, I want you all to check this out. You tell us what you think. Crazy story time.
A food delivery nightmare in Kendall caught on camera, and it is going viral. Video shows a DoorDash driver setting a customer's order down. He takes a photo to confirm the delivery, says something, then appears to spit 3 times onto the bag of food before walking away. Now, we reached out to DoorDash. The company confirms the delivery driver has been removed from the platform. DoorDash also says, quote, "This behavior is unacceptable and falls far below the high-quality experience we aim to provide."
It gets crazier and crazier every week, family. What can we say? But listen, what we appreciate is we don't come up with these stories on our own.
Right.
We appreciate what you're doing. You're sending us crazy stories because we can't see all the crazy
all the
stories.
craziness in the world. So keep submitting the stories.
That's right. Keep inboxing us on both Facebook, on our other platforms with Instagram, and of course, reaching out to us via our YouTube channel. Keep those crazy stories coming, right? Because it adds an element of humor. Yeah. And it also makes you pause sometime and go,
scratch your head.
Yeah, in between puffs.
Right. And I think that one was crazier than the one from last week when the grown man is still drinking breast milk from his wife's, you know what.
Yeah.
So,
and they see nothing wrong.
It gets crazier.
Yes.
So I think now
all right,
we can move on to what I was waiting for.
So we have a special guest in the house tonight who's going to be joining us on set here at Sticks, Brims, and Stilettos. So, as we already said, grab your glass. Because you see, ours aren't here yet, but we're about to grab our glasses.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, we'll be right back. So that's what we do.
Desde chamaquito haciendo lo mío me mantengo. No fue tan sencillo llegar a tener lo que hoy tengo. Y se lo prometí a mamita que en mi momento iba.
Welcome back, SBS family, for this special episode. As promised, we are going to have special guests on the show, and we're going to bring you some special guests that you can reach out and touch, so to speak, because we're going to have guests that have products like, I know you see these tasty, cool looking beverages on the table. And so we have Mr. Jamal Jackson here with us today, joining myself and Philly Cigar Jawn and our audience this evening. And he is the founder, owner, and CEO of Hux Spirits, a Sangria company. Welcome, Jamal.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you,
Philly.
Thank you for being on the show.
My pleasure, man.
Man, listen, we appreciate it because
anytime.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure my palate is taken care of tonight.
Absolutely.
Compliments of Hux Spirits, but Jamal, let's get into it.
Absolutely.
And tell the SBS family a little bit about yourself.
Okay, well, I'm Jamal Jackson. Created this brand, LLC, in 2019. Sold my first bottle shortly when COVID began in April 2020, and it's been a wonderful journey. My sangria is spirit-based, so it's spirit-forward, meaning it's fortified blends. These are 2 bourbon blends which go well with Stix. I have rum blends, and they're all meet your palate. I'm born and raised in Baltimore, Maryland. I've known Chief for over 10 years. He's a mover and shaker. He asked me to be here. I'm here.
All right.
And it's just a pleasure, man.
Likewise.
It's a pleasure.
Pleasure being here. So, man, we're going to get into it.
Absolutely.
We're going to ask you some questions.
I'm here.
As an entrepreneur, I got my questions here.
Absolutely.
I know Philly has some questions over there that we want to dig into. And so I guess what I want to know, and the audience will probably want to know, what brings this product to our table today?
Okay.
How did this product reach our table and in my glass and in your glass and Philly's glass today? What made you decide to start? Give us the story, man, on Hux Spirits and these sangrias.
So I'm going to give it to you, man. It was created in Baltimore at 16 on the Park, 800 North 4th Street, rooftop bar. I was one of the opening bartenders there, and we had some mediocre sangria that was on draft. Also, around October 2017, when that bar opened, I had the opportunity to go to Cuba. So that was my first trip in Cuba, and it really blew my mind. The rum, the cigars, it was just the culture was just a shell shock to me. So it changed my actual life when I came back. I had a great relationship with the director of concepts, shout out to Davide, who actually let me create a wine cocktail. So he let me create the prototype. So the prototype was created. The prototype included rum.
Okay.
The prototype included rum and some Grand Marnier. I'm giving you some secrets. So it included Grand Marnier rum. It was it blew through the shit. We couldn't keep it in the we couldn't keep it.
Okay.
It just glasses. So I knew I had something special then. I also had the ability to be on Fox 45, Christmas 2018, and really promote it. It was known affectionately as the Hux when people used to come to the bar. And I knew I had something special. I LLC'd in 2019. Fast forward a little bit, I transferred from the Marriott in Baltimore to DC, and then subsequently to Atlanta, where I mastered it. So I mastered the blends in Atlanta because I'm an ocean guy. Atlanta was a bit landlocked, but I was at the W. Okay. The W downtown is a cocktail first hotel. The W downtown also just transitioned from a Starwood property to a Marriott property. So they were trying to offload a bunch of unique blends, unique liqueurs, just bacon flavored vodka, man. They had that.
Wow.
But anyway, I mastered the lane down there, which was taking that sangria down there and mastering the formula. And we had an international kind of clientele that used to come there to party, to attend conferences, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward a little faster. COVID hit. I was in the process of transferring from Atlanta to Miami, to Ritz in Miami, not even looking back to coming back to Baltimore. I came back to Baltimore because COVID hit, shut the industry down, and someone on Facebook asked me, "Can they get a bottle?" And the rest is history.
Wow.
I got the licenses I needed online to get wholesale product, and I understood the batching process. I mastered it, and it just flowed like wildfire online because people were at home. People didn't know what to do. They just wanted to drink.
Right.
And
They
you're right.
wanted to drink, yeah.
Drink
And
and smoke.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
And it went from Baltimore to North Carolina to Atlanta. It just spread like that. So that's the short of it.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And I can, me and Philly can share with the family.
Yeah, man.
we purchased lots of it.
We went through some bottles.
Yeah, we went through some bottles. Yeah.
I love it.
Especially the holiday season 2 years ago.
Yes.
That Christmas
Yes,
season,
I remember.
2021,
Yes.
still coming out of the tail end
Yes,
of COVID.
yes.
And every time Jamal turned around, we were on the telephone
Yes, indeed. I
with an
remember.
order. With an order.
Man.
And so, man, that's a wonderful
Thank you.
start to the
Thank you.
story.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
So I gotta ask.
Yes, yes.
So let me just say this for the folks that's out here watching.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sleep on this
Don't sleep on it.
Sangria.
Don't sleep on it.
No.
It is cut from a different cloth,
Absolutely.
and the cloth is no more. You
Yes.
will never find another Sangria like this. But Jamal, I gotta ask.
I'm here.
So what makes your Sangria so special? Do you have any special ingredients in there? And if so, if you want to share with the folks, that's good. If not, that's your business.
No,
But what I want to know is, because I'm telling you, I'm a Sangria woman.
Yes.
I love, especially red, right? I have never tasted a
Thank you.
Sangria
Thank you.
as delicious
Thank
as
you.
yours.
Thank
So what is your secret? What differentiates yours from others?
So I'm gonna tell you, I know the differentiator straight off my head because I'm doing a capital raise now and I'm working in front of people.
Okay.
So here's the deal: my Sangria doesn't have juice in it. So when you add juice to Sangria, it kind of speeds up the fermentation process. My Sangria is spirit forward, so it's about 20% ABV. So which puts it under the fortified wine category. So therefore, it gets better and better over time. My Sangria is 20% ABV, which it's a smooth ride. So under the technical term, what I do is a ready-to-drink custom cocktails. So in the manufacturing business, that's the lane I'm in. So you have your traditional wine, maybe Sangria as well. Then you have your traditional cocktails. Mine fits right in the middle. It's everything. It brings the best of both worlds right there. So it's everything you need in a glass, and it's smooth. It's well blended. I've eliminated the tannins in most red wines. Have kind of that type of taste. I eliminated during my batching process, and I heard this secondhand.
Okay.
But they said, as melanated folks, we don't those type of tannins don't appeal to us. They don't. So it makes it more appealing.
Right.
This is when and we can go later into this is a good cocktail, transcends borders and cultures. But that's the top three right there.
So while you ask your question, I'm just gonna take it.
We're gonna take a sip.
We're gonna take a sip.
So let me
And
look
cheers
at
to that.
Let me look at some questions. I prepared some questions here for
I'm
you.
here for
Yes.
you.
I
I'm
prepared
here.
some questions here for you, good brother. So let me say, what tips do you have for members of our audience when it comes to selecting the type of sangria, and does the quality of the wine and the spirits that you use to make it matter, and why does that matter? So those two things: tips on types of sangria, and does type of wine matter?
Sure, it absolutely does. So I can tell you about mine, and we'll branch off from that. So what makes mine good is it's not full of sugar. Typically, sangrias are lower ABV. Takes a lot to get you going, and
for our audience, ABV
it's alcohol by volume.
All right.
My man. So it's sugary, it's watery. Mine is full blended. So the first thing you want to know is what type of wines you like. Do you like red wine? Do you like white wine? Do you like sweeter? Do you like fuller blends? And from that point, you can kind of segue into I like red sangria, I like white sangria, and so forth. Now, with that being said, is you want to not chase price with sangria. The cheaper the price, you'll see in stores, those big jugs are real cheap. It's like juice.
Sugar.
You're full of sugar.
Yes.
You're gonna guarantee you're gonna have that headache, and guarantee you're gonna have to add some stuff to it. So
and you're gonna gain weight.
absolutely,
I know about that.
absolutely, yes, indeed. But with that being said, I try to eliminate that because I've always loved Sangria. I've always loved Sangria. From back in the day when in a relationship, young lady used to make Sangria and I just drink it by the pitcher.
Okay.
Man, and get busy.
Okay.
But I just wanted to bring that right to the point.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tell you what, I haven't traditionally been a Sangria drinker.
Mm-hmm.
However, when I found out that you had your company, in addition to just wanting to support you,
Thank you.
because we have to support each other.
Yes.
And it doesn't always happen that way.
Right.
Sometimes it's not always the folks that you're closest to or that you know
Yes.
that will support your endeavors right away.
Right.
But I wanted to support it. But to my surprise, because the bottom line was I was going to buy a bottle to support you. But as you already know, I bought that first bottle and I've lost count on how many bottles I purchased.
Appreciate it, man.
And bottles I purchased for other people as gifts, and times that I've called you that said I need some, I may have been giving them as a gift to someone.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean, I appreciate you sharing that piece of it.
Mm-hmm.
Philly has another question for you, I'm sure.
I do. So if I am correct, you said you started in 2018.
Yeah, that's when I knew I had something special. So I was still
something
bartending at 16 in the park, and I just knew I created something very special. And to back that up, I tried to reach out to the So we had Sangria on draft there. That was like
On draft.
we had it on draft. It wasn't now. It tasted like it needed something else. I created that something else, and I knew I had something special when doing that. Yes. Now that was the prototype. So my blends are better now, but I knew I had something special back then.
Right.
Wow.
So that's 2018. So we're going to fast forward to 2023.
Right.
Now we 5 years.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to tell the folks, and this is just not specific to Sangria. This is for anyone who wants to start a business. What were some of your biggest challenges or obstacles, and how did you overcome those obstacles? And if you are still overcoming those obstacles,
access to capital, and I'm gonna tell you, the credit was good, the numbers look good, and the bank still didn't. So I can tell you can dot all the I's. Right. Believing in yourself is the main thing, because you have to overcome those type of hurdles, and then getting away from naysayers. Because I told you the other day, you'll have like I consider you guys aggressive supporters. You'll have passive haters. They won't not passive but active. And then you active supporters and passive haters or detractors. With the passive people, they won't necessarily overtly say, "No, I'm not going to buy anything for you," but they'll tell other people, "Nah, I don't. That ain't my thing," But you want to avoid those folks. Use those folks as kind of a leaping board, or to jump over them. But it's a lot of with the capital, the industry expertise, making sure that you align yourself. This is something I'm currently going through with people who are can deliver in a timely fashion, because you have to have patience sometimes, and then the way you have to access capital, you have to get out of the way of those grifters to get to the money. So recently I was able to sit down with the right people after 6 months of dealing with
perseverance.
Yes, you have to be perseverant. You have to have people to support.
Absolutely.
You have to be around people that support. And at the end of the day, you have to believe in yourself. So that's the number one. That's the number one thing.
So when you talk about Jamal, some of the obstacles with getting capital and what that looks like, and you talk about how you overcame some of that. Let's talk about your product. So a lot of times as small business entrepreneurs, we're everything. Like when we talk about Sangria, you're making the batches. You're making the phone calls. You're making the deliveries. So what are you doing now to kind of spread your wings? Are you in any establishments right now as a matter of contractually?
Yes.
And do you have any other ventures that you're working on in terms of getting your products to the shelf?
Yes.
So that our viewers, they're interested beyond, and we're going to give them a way to get it regardless.
Absolutely.
But what are you doing in terms of getting it on shelves, and what shelves are you on?
Sure. So right now, I'm the Hilton has supported me. The Hilton in DC has supported me. They have specifically the Hampton by Hilton on 6th Street. I was able to go present my product there by word of mouth of some good sisters. Shout out to Patrice and Kim. They actually are Stix folks as well.
Okay.
We made a great connection at an event, and they recommended that hotel support me, and that hotel's management team allowed me to come down there and hold a tasting. They love it, and that was a year ago. So they continuously support. I just delivered some product down there this week. I'm working on the Marriott where I first created this. I'm going to do a tasting there, aligning everything there. Most importantly, what I'm trying to do now is get with a co-packer. A co-packer is a manufacturer that can mass scale this, because you're right, I do everything. And 3.5 years in, I'm ready to take this to the forefront, get the certain aspects out of my hand.
Yes.
Meaning I'm ready to have a manufacturer mass produce it so that I can work with a distributor and then get into Total Wine. I already spoken with Total Wine, so they're on board for Towson being like a test store, Towson and Laurel, and really pushing that. You know, that's where it's at. Now it's not all cookies and cream, but I'm working. That's the pathway I'm working there.
Right.
And then that's where it's at.
Yeah. And so when you say it's not cookies and cream, but it's worth it.
It is.
And you're looking at the way that you're scaling your idea into a business, and then scaling your business to be able to present it to the community.
Absolutely.
Man, that's good stuff.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you
good
very
stuff.
much. I appreciate that.
I love it.
I really do.
So let me ask you this, Jamal. So when you're drinking your sangria, what is your go-to stick? Do you have a go-to stick?
I'm pretty easy. I'm a full body guy. As long as it's full.
You just like that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm easy. I'm easy. Full body karate. Because I wanted to complement. See, I wanted to balance out. I want to feel good with this, and I wanted to mellow out with a full body, so you could just kind of lock in. Right. And doesn't waste. I hate stuff wasting my time.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
Say it again.
So everything I try to do in creating this is not wasting your time.
Right.
Because a lot of stuff will waste your time. You're like, man, I didn't pay this amount for this. But no, I want you to feel good. And also with a cigar, it's something you can't do fast. It kind of slows you down, and it allows you to meet great people, have discussion, and just lock in.
I love it. I love it.
So there's always people who are watching something like this, who've been thinking about starting a business, whatever that business is, right? Me and Philly, we thought over a year ago about starting Stix, Brims, and Stilettos. And one day we talked to each other and said, turn the damn camera on.
Yes.
Turn the damn camera on and let's just have a conversation. And we don't care in the beginning, how it goes or whatever, but we got to start. So share with our audience members, man, because some people are sitting there saying, I got a great idea. I don't know where to start. What would you say to them if they're sitting somewhere? Because I know this isn't, because I know Jamal, this isn't his first business endeavor. Jamal was doing recycling all the way through over to China with cardboard and styrofoam and cardboard and recycling, and he had international businesses. But though he was trying to find a niche in that, we've talked about that. It came a point in time where it was time to move on from that. So for those who want to start, man, just tell them what your thoughts are as an entrepreneur.
All right, Robert Greene, 48 Laws of Power. It's never a perfect time. It's never a perfect time. You got to make it happen. Things are never going to be just perfect. You got to, like you said, let's turn the camera on. Like the first thing I did is when I knew I had something great is I Googled an age of information. So this is the age of information. There's no excuse. So I Google bottle suppliers because what is going to hold my great stuff?
Yeah.
So again, I Google bottle suppliers. There's opportunity locally. We're Eastern Seaboard is awesome.
Port cities, all the way down.
Yes. It's just vital. So it's just like I had to jump out there, and then kind of like I've gotten kicked out of festivals, man, because I didn't have all the licensing, But I showed up. I get one festival. I'd say plural, but one festival in Montgomery County because that's a strange place. But I showed up, and I still was able to meet people, and people tasted, and I learned.
Mm-hmm.
They set me on the right direction of what I needed to do because they looked at and said, "You're trying, so you got to first step out there. It's never going to be a perfect time, and then believe in yourself. It's no thing like believing in yourself and just having that power. Then LLC or incorporated, whatever you need to do, make it legitimate so that you can see the paperwork and then go from there."
So I guess what you're saying to members of our audience is there are going to be times that come about that can become discouraging.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
But stay encouraged.
Yes.
Right, through those time periods.
Yes.
Because I'm sure you met obstacles, and and every obstacle that you overcame, you learned something from overcoming that obstacle.
Right. So I've experienced ego death.
Ego death.
Ego death.
Let's talk about it, brother.
Yeah,
I know what he's talking about, but let's explain to the audience ego death.
Okay, let's hold your nose up high, thinking things are going to be this, that, and the other. I got it all figured out, and it all crashes on you.
That's right.
And you have to pick up the pieces, and you have to realize it's got to be a different way. Yeah. It's got to be a different way. And then that supporter, that person that you have that can whisper something in your ear to get you back going, it just has to be that way. Now, once you experience ego death or experience some catastrophic thing that's a problem, it actually frees you because you no longer are scared. Like, I'm not scared anymore. I've made financial mistakes doing this, trying to not keep the main thing the main thing. Segue and all parlay into something else with a grifter.
Keep
Did all that.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that. I love when Jawn and Thomason from Pittsburgh, says that keep the main thing the main thing. Because if you lose focus and water down and try to do too much, we know folks that do too much.
Yes.
You water yourself down and cheapen yourself. So what I'm saying to you is that once you experience those losses, you pick yourself up. Ronald Lipscomb owns the Marriott. He sat down with me. Wow. And he says, what I'm learning right now will put me light years ahead of where he's at because of all this journey I've had to take. And segue why I'm here is because you guys are go-getters. You supported me, man.
Yeah.
You supported me. And I appreciate y'all. You supported me. And I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everyone who supported me, man. So I'm here.
And support matters.
Yes.
And it matters more than lip service.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, we get into conversations in our community and we talk about what we should be doing. But then when that opportunity comes, do we do it? And that opportunity can come as small as the opportunity to support another brother or sister who is trying to elevate their business.
Because you don't know if you paid that bottle paid for my gas.
Exactly.
You don't know that. You don't know.
All the entrepreneurs out there, you don't know. You know what Jamal is talking about.
My back is against the wall and I need that $20, $40 to put fuel in my gas tank to make it home to restart my day. Right. That's just how real it is, man. Right. And I've experienced going viral on Twitter. I've experienced the cash flow coming in like, whoa. The orders coming in like, whoa. And then the money going like, go.
Right.
Because I wasn't structured right. So I've been there, man. Right. And you gotta be spiritually grounded. You have to be morally grounded, and you have to try to keep your name as good as possible. Mm-hmm. And that's what's grounded me, man. And that's what's led to this where I'm at.
And I can say, having known you, it's really good when you're talking to people that you know are straight shooters.
Yes.
Not arrogant, not cocky, not overconfident, but just straight shooters, because it makes doing business easier and it makes supporting your business easier. A pet peeve for me And there are people in society like this, but there's nothing worse for me to be sitting and talking to somebody and say to myself, this person has an angle with everything.
Yes.
When I'm talking to somebody that's got an angle with every damn thing, then I get turned off.
Yes, indeed.
And really, it doesn't, if you have the spirit of discernment, it doesn't take very long for you to be able to disaggregate those types of folks.
Right.
Billy?
So, I'm going to lighten it up.
Okay, cool.
But I have to say, this has been an awesome interview.
Thank you. I truly think y'all tapping into gold. I think that the quality people you guys are, whoa, I'm telling you, we out here and we want to hear people like you.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
So I have a question.
Okay, sure.
Mm-hmm. So my question to you, Jamal, is when did you first fall in love with the stick? And what was the occasion?
Oh boy.
Do you remember?
Yes.
And while you ponder on that, I'm gonna enjoy another sip. And after you ponder on that, we're gonna get into the flavors that you brought here tonight.
Absolutely. So it was in Cuba. I was sitting, drinking cervezas. This bar didn't make it through COVID. But it used to be a bar that was in Central Havana.
Okay.
That was like along the axis of where the sun set. So can you imagine you with your fellas? You see old cars come in. It's right on the strip.
Right.
You see old cars. We have a seat just like this, but it's like a barrier. And then there's cars driving.
That barrier is called the Melicon.
Yes, close by the Melicon. That's right. So I'm enjoying a stick, switching from a cerveza to a rum and coke, a Cuba Libre, and then everything just aligns. It's just good people, the cars, the sun, that stick, that hit from that drink.
Right.
It's like nice times 3.
Yes.
And then it's good scenery.
Yes.
And it's just everything just matches. That's why I fell in love with a stick.
All right.
That is the best. When did you fall in love with the stick story we had thus far?
Yes, it is. That's the best.
I love it. So Jamal, we just want to thank you again.
I appreciate you.
The sangria is wonderful. And before we leave, can you tell us one more again? Where can they find this lovely sangria?
My pleasure. So you can order the sangria at www.huxspirits.com. You'll see the list of 15 flavors that I actually have. You'll see reviews as well. I ship, deliver, and I have limited pickup. You can also follow me on all social media platforms. Sorry about that. At Hux Spirits LLC. Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Pleasure's all mine.
We appreciate it, man.
Man, I appreciate you guys.
And we'll be right back.
Desde chamaquito haciendo lo mío me mantengo. No fue tan sencillo llegar a tener lo que hoy tengo.
Well, Philly.
Yes.
That was a great segment with Brother Jamal Jackson, the owner, founder, and CEO of Hux Spirits that we have sitting here on the table. And I just appreciate him coming out.
Yes, absolutely. And
sharing.
especially bringing the treats.
Absolutely.
Special libation.
Yes.
You better go get you some.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you.
And hopefully you were inspired if you're looking to start your own business, whatever that business is.
Right.
That you were inspired by the interview we had with Jamal of Hux Spirits. But I tell you one thing, Philly. This sangria got me looking at them boots.
Oh, these little boots. You like my boots?
I love these boots.
Oh, ladies.
And
you know me, love a thigh high girl.
Yes. These boots got the open toe, fellas.
Yes, the open toe. Yeah. So, ladies, you know, I love my stilettos. And, you know, I talked about the YSLs and the red bottoms.
Yes.
Let me just clue you in on a little secret about these lovely, wonderful boots. You can still look sexy, feel good, and you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars on a pair of shoes. I got these bad boys from Amazon. you better go get you some.
Amazon?
So Amazon.
Okay.
So men, if you're listening too,
Brothers.
trust and believe. Your woman can look sexy and feel fly. And these boots, they were not expensive. So you better go get her some.
Yes, indeedy. And brothers, yeah, it ain't gonna break your pockets to have your woman looking sexy and give her a nice treat. You know, Jamal talked about liking his cigars full body and liking his sangria to be full body. I like that full body in them boots right there.
Okay, we're gonna say that a little bit for later.
I guess I like full body boots.
Yeah, you do. I see. So I love what you got on your head. Again today, you are definitely representing the brims of Stix, brims, and stilettos. Every segment, you got a fly brim on your head. What is that you're wearing? Nice, sir.
This one is it's another William and Angela fedora, Western style.
Okay.
Yeah, this one is not custom made like a lot of the others, but I like it. It's comfortable, and I'm gonna tell you, if you're watching, most of the brims that I wear are like unisex. You know what I mean? Because women like a nice fedora and a nice hat. I get mine styled, of course, on the masculine side, but you can take these same fedoras and, if you have a custom hat maker or makers, get them, throw your style, your flair, your flavor on it.
I love it.
Thank you.
So with that being said, I think it's time to smoke it or choke it. What you think, Chief?
I think it's time for smoke it.
Or choke it.
Or choke it.
Okay, so our smoke it or choke it today is a real interesting one. So we had a viewer submit a question to us, and I do believe this was a personal question.
Yeah.
The question is, would you give your significant other access to your phone and your social media platforms? Would you give them access? So we want to hear from you. Is that something you would smoke by saying, you know what, I don't have a problem with that? Or would you choke it like hell to the no? So I know this question is for you, but real quick, Chief, what would be your answer to that? If I ask you, I gotta turn my seat right. Yeah. What you got to say?
Man, y'all know this sangria. Did y'all hear when y'all can order this sangria? Because I know we asked Jamal to tell y'all where to order this sangria from.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry. What was the question?
Oh, now he's playing. You see that? Mm-hmm.
They some nice boots.
Uh-huh.
I like them boots, fellas.
And we're back.
We back. I thought we was already back.
And we're back.
Okay.
So would you give me access?
Would I give you access to all my passwords and all my social media?
Yes.
It would depend on why you're now. If you're asking if we are a couple that would just give each other blanket access, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if you're saying we didn't have access and you just came to me one day and say, "Can I access your passwords and your social media?"
Yes.
Then that request would come with some questions.
Okay. What questions?
I would want to know why you suddenly want to gain access to my devices, my passwords, and my social media. And not that I have anything to hide, but I was just wondering what would spark that. I would wonder, what is it about me, or what have you observed or noticed that would motivate you to ask me something like that? And so I'm not saying I would deny you the access,
right? But
I am saying that would come across as pretty suspicious to me.
That's fair. So for me,
yeah, because what you gonna do when I come asking to examine and do an analysis on your social media and scrub your cell phone? How you responding to that?
I'm just gonna break my phone.
Y'all hear that?
Oh wow!
She said she gonna break the phone. Matter of fact, I think I saw something on social media where this guy. I saw something on social media. This guy scrolling through. No, I'm sorry. He's not scrolling through the phone. He's just sitting there watching TV, and his wife is like, "Baby," something like that. I'm paraphrasing. She said, "Can I look through your phone?" And the video show him get up, kiss her, kiss the kids, go in the bedroom and he walking out with a rolling suitcase out the door with some music playing.
No, but in all seriousness, I would have the same viewpoint as you. If from the gate, that's something that we did from the beginning.
Yeah.
No problem. But if you come to me out of the blue and you're asking me for access to my phone and my social media pages, then a big question mark will come up in my head as you. Why are you asking me this now? Not to say that I wouldn't do it, but we would have a conversation about it. And that's the way I would take that. So, SBS family, would you smoke this or would you choke this? We want to hear from you. I think this is a really good one. I can't wait to read the comments.
Can't wait to read the comments, please. So we post this question on our Facebook platform as well.
Yes.
We got some interesting comments.
Yes.
Yeah, we got some interesting sentences,
Yeah.
paragraphs,
Absolutely.
and in some cases, dissertation.
Right.
And some people, hey, listen, some of it sound like a closing argument.
Yeah.
When I read it on Facebook.
So we want to hear.
Sound like a legal brief.
So with that, once again, we want to thank you for tuning in. We want to thank Jamal for dropping jewels and
oh my goodness,
and serving us with this delicious libation. And it was just another great show.
It was definitely a great show, and we're happy that we brought you access to some information from that entrepreneur.
Absolutely, and what a great way to end this show. So until next time, take care.
Keep it smoking.